Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the Brockville area. I would like to thank you all for coming out today to support this cause. It really shows your concern and your love for our community. I would also like to thank the HR committee for arranging this setup today and to City Hall for hosting us. Today, I would like to discuss with you all the glue that holds all communities together, and that is local businesses. First, I'd like to begin with a story from when I first moved to Brockville at the age of 5. Now, I really liked shopping from a very young age, and I also really liked big cities. One day, I was driving with my grandmother around town, and we were talking about shopping, and she brought up local businesses and how these local stores were good stores too. I was really trying to push my point that bigger cities had better stores, and then she explained something that really ended up sticking with me. She told me that local businesses need our support, and if they don't have that support, we cannot grow as a community. Up until that point in my life, I had known why we shopped, but I didn't realize there was an importance to where we shopped. This was a crucial moment. I was now made aware that where we shopped would make a difference. I now had to move forward and choose how I would handle that information, which at the age of 5 was not really up to me, but it is now. The point here is that unless we are made aware of a need, any need, we cannot apply change to it. We cannot act upon it. This is the first step we as citizens of Brockville need to take. We need to increase awareness of the importance of local business. We can do that through events like this one today, as well through the word of mouth, like how my grandmother made me aware of this importance. Now, when it comes to local shopping, there are often several objections one can make. And one such objection may be that larger cities have better stores than the ones that are offered locally, and perhaps these stores in bigger cities may offer cheaper prices as well. Well, true, larger cities may have different stores, but often these stores are chain stores and they offer very generic products that everybody seems to have. The local stores of Brockville carry all kinds of the newest trends, the newest clothing items that are not carried in multiple other locations like the big box stores of big cities. For example, Ebb and Flow, the Art of She, offers some very high quality pieces you can't find in other bigger cities. Now, as for pricing, when it comes to local businesses, you might pay a little bit extra for certain items, but you're paying for a quality that you can trust. After all, this is your neighbor selling you these items. As well, you end up saving on gas prices when you choose to shop locally, so therefore you are saving money still. Another question you might have is, how does shopping locally really help the community? Well, for starters, the money that most of us have is a result of our work, our job. And for most of us, our jobs are situated in Brockville. So when you shop outside of Brockville, you're actually giving locally earned money to another city, bringing in new profit for them and causing a loss to our community. Instead, when you shop locally, you are investing local money back into the community, so this cash can come full circle. In this picture of this ghost town, does anybody want to be part of a community that looks like this? Didn't think so. How many of you want to contribute to the cause of that? Well, the truth is, if we don't begin to shop locally, this will be what will happen in Brockville, as local money will be invested in other communities, and our local business owners will have no profit to be able to keep their shops open. Therefore, there will be no profit to keep Brockville going. So far, this presentation has been focused on the importance of shopping locally and being aware of this as a community. But I'd now like to shift my attention to the local business owners and how they can make things easier on the community to shop here. Now, the Brockville area is often described as a retirement community, as we do have a lot of older ones in the area. These ones are great at supporting local businesses, partially because they're not as mobile as they once were, but also because they really see the value in supporting local businesses. The younger ones and younger families in the community, however, do not support the local businesses the same. And this has to do with product variety. The local businesses tend to cater to the older ones, as these ones tend to be their most frequent shoppers, often leaving the younger ones at a little bit of a loss. Now, I'm not saying that we need to stop catering to the older ones. I think that it's great that we have such a selection for them. However, I think that the local businesses could really stand to increase their product range. This would really increase the amount of sales brought in from younger ones in the community. And once some of the younger ones start, all of them will, causing a domino effect, if you will. So it would really be of benefit to all of the stores. Another thing our local businesses could do to help our community shop locally is to promote their products and services to our community. Brockville is a rather large city, and sometimes window shopping our local stores can be like finding a needle in a haystack. If we could work on getting newspaper and radio advertisements on a regular basis, it would make it easier for those in our area to know where to go when they're trying to shop. They will know what this community has to offer. In conclusion of this discussion today, I have a little project for everyone to work on, and it has 3 steps. The first is all of us need to increase our knowledge. We need to look into our local businesses. See what there is before you jump to conclusions that something else is better. Examine how much you shop here and if there's any areas you can improve on. What do you need to buy out of town, and can you buy more here? Count the cost so you can prove to yourself local is the best option. The second step is to spread your knowledge. Don't just keep what you've learned to yourself. Tell others in the community about the great shops. Instill this into your children, into your family. Make it known. The third and final step is to apply your knowledge. At the beginning of this discussion, I mentioned that I had to learn to deal with the knowledge I had been given. I had to make a decision. You have to make an active effort to support the local businesses and apply this newfound knowledge that you have. Together, all of us local citizens can shop locally and give our money back to local businesses.